Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to another book review video on ForgottenWeapons.com. I'm Ian McCollum, and today we're taking a look at a giant German language book. This is Vom Ursprung der Selbstladepistole. It is all in German. That means the origin of the self-loading pistol. This is by a pair of authors named Mötz and Schuy, and this is the end-all and be-all guide to early manually operated and semi-automatic pistols. Now, aside from the fact that it is entirely written in German and that it is expensive, the one downside to this book is that it's only specific to Austro-Hungary. However, a lot of the actual development of early self-loading pistols was done in Austro-Hungary. So this thing covers quite a lot, more than you might expect for being relegated to a single specific country. So when I talk about early self-loading pistols, I'm talking about literally the very development of blowback pistols, as well as guns that were, I say manually repeating. What I mean by that is they are pistols that have magazines, but they're not revolvers, and the shooter has to do something directly mechanical in order to extract the old cartridge and chamber a new one. Usually this comes in the form of like a ring trigger that acts like a lever action pistol. And there was about 10 years where this really was the technology for repeating pistols. Before there was smokeless powder, you kind of had to do a manually repeating pistol because semi-automatic just didn't work well with black powder. So you get ring trigger guns, and the common one we're aware of here in the United States is the volcanic pistol. But there was a lot of experimentation going on in Austro-Hungary a little bit later on along these same lines, and they came up with some really crazy, interesting designs. So Mötz and Schuy is the one reference for this. They've taken a subject that was, before this, almost completely devoid of any published information, and they have written it down in extreme detail. There are photos here from a couple of absolutely world-class collections with tons of different varieties of these early guns. If you've watched See an Arsenal videos on, for example, the Austro-Hungarian automatic pistols, you've seen him reference this book. I do for the exact same reason. Even though I can't actually read the text, it is an absolute goldmine of information just from what you can decipher in the text, plus captions, plus pictures, plus of course Google Translate does allow you to translate some bits of the book when you need to. So just to give you a brief overview here, first off, this is, let's see, I should have made a note of this before I started the video. This book is about 835 pages long, and then the chapters are going to cover designers like Schulhoff, Krinka, Rieger, Posler and Seidel, Vanyek, Fortelka, Dormus, well, Salvatore and Dormus, Laumann, Schoenberger, Borchardt, Roth Theodorovic, Luger, Frommer, who else is in here? Kulhanek, Tomishka, Pieper. It's everybody who was making early semi-automatic pistols. So if you're interested in the subject, I really cannot recommend this book highly enough. Just the fact that it's so valuable even without text or without really being able to read the text. If you understand and can read German, man, absolutely, this is a must-have. Now, I said it's expensive. It is available through Gun and Sword Collector or Mowbray Publishing here in the United States for 125 bucks. It's a lot for a book, but I'll be honest, for the quality of the photographs and the just absolute massive amount of information in here, totally worth it. I suspect this is going to be another one of those books that when they run out of the initial printing, it's probably not going to get reprinted anytime soon, because this would be a very expensive book to print because of its size, and a very niche book to sell because of, well, its subject. So if you're interested in it, definitely pick up a copy. For what it's worth, there are 2 other volumes. This is just volume 1, but this is by far the most valuable volume. The other ones are on it, to me, substantially less interesting subjects and more modern Austro-Hungarian pistols, for example, where there is a lot of other information available out there. Volume 1 here covers things that you just can't find referenced anywhere else. So I'll have a link in the video description below to both the original, well, to where you can pick this up in the US, and also a link to Amazon if you'd prefer to pick it up there. So definitely check this one out. and tune in again next week for another book review. Thanks for watching.